Welcome to Menlo Unscripted. My name is Andy, and I'm on staff here at Menlo Church. And every single week, we are answering questions, and we are making sure it is unscripted, it is raw, it's real, and it is unedited. Today, I'm joined by my friend, Mark Swarner, pastor at Mountain View campus.
Yep.
And Mark, one question that has come up is our financial situation. Because, of course, the economy is struggling. But we also, as a church, we've been hearing that there may be some layoffs and some changes in staffing. So what is going on here, really, with our finances and our budget?
Yeah, thank you for asking that, because it's something that we want folks to know about. Menlo Church is not alone right now because of what you mentioned, COVID, the economy being in a kind of a very uncertain state. Because of that, that churches across the nation and nonprofits are experiencing 20 to 30% reductions in giving. That's not uncommon at all.
All nonprofit, I mean, just
Yeah,
nonprofits.
nonprofits across the board, and folks are trying to figure out how do we, like a lot of small businesses, how do we get through this season? And
So this is not unusual.
it's not. We are not alone in that,
Yep.
right? There are a lot of churches that are trying to figure out how do we do it, and the fact that we're not in person. And being not in person means some folks feel a little less connected to their church. Some feel very disconnected from their church when you just can't be together in person, and that will lead to changes in giving as well, which I totally understand that.
Whereas when we're in person, you have this thing called the offering basket or offering plate, and
Yeah,
you would give
it's
in person. But now all of our donations are digital
they're all
online.
digital, and
That's a
that's
major trip.
part of why our giving as a family is online and automated,
Yeah.
because I don't have that weekly reminder of sitting in church on Sunday, so we just automated that for us. So I don't have to think about it every week.
So thank you, everybody, for automating your
Yes,
giving. Thank you. And if you
definitely.
haven't,
Plug for automated giving
yeah,
right there.
please do it.
Um,
But where are we then? I mean, with the staff and
Yeah.
changes and
Well, there's another factor that's impacting us at Menlo, and of course, that is our senior pastor, John, has left. And under the best of circumstance, when a senior leader leaves a church, you can expect at least a 10% temporary drop in giving, but it could last for a while, and gradually that rebounds. If it's at all controversial or complex, that senior leader leaving, it could be more than that. So we've got a lot of layers here. And man, I am so grateful because so many people have been so faithful in their giving and have continued to say, you know
yes.
what, Menlo Church, it's not about the senior pastor. It's not about whether the weather's good or bad, or whether the economic climate is rosy or not. It's about, this is the body of Christ engaged in the mission of Christ, and I'm in, and I'm contributing, and I'm a part of it because this is my community. And so many folks in our church are there. But we are seeing a change in giving. And so we are called to be very responsible stewards of whatever God gives us. If it's a lot, we got to be responsible with that. If it's less, we still have to be responsible with that. And that means making sure we have a budget that's sustainable, that we can maintain long term, that won't make us have to make sudden changes in programs or ministries. And that can be tricky to do. Anyone who's run a business or a nonprofit knows that.
Especially when you don't know what the future holds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's uncertain.
Exactly.
So two things then have happened. Obviously, COVID, which every church, every nonprofit in America has experienced a drop, and then we've had a transition in pastor, and so we are also with staff transitions, moving some staff and reallocating our resources towards digital because that's not going away.
It's not going away. It's not simply a stopgap until we're back in person. The reality is, there is a digital component to ministry that's going to be going on for as long as anybody can see. There are folks connected from all around the country, all around the world, in virtual communities. That doesn't take the place of in-person community. Those aren't going to go away. We're still
No.
going to have campuses that, Lord willing, in 2021 will regather in person, and probably a phased approach. But until then, we really have to focus on the digital platform, because that's the only platform we have. And we still want to make disciples and help people find and follow Jesus in the Bay Area. So we need to reallocate our staffing and resources to make sure that is really strong, and that we can continue that in parallel with our physical campuses once we're able to be back in person.
And at a time that giving has dropped during this
Yes.
time. So, Menlo, thank you so much for your generosity. Keep praying for our church and during this time. And we appreciate you tuning in to Menlo Unscripted. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do that, because every time we upload a video on YouTube, it pops up on your phone or whatever tablet you may have. And so thank you for joining in, and we'll see you until next time.